Quicken promises to be your all-in-one financial command center. But is Quicken worth it, or is there a catch that turns it into a costly, frustrating mistake? I plugged in real accounts and tracked its performance for months to find the truth. The results around its reliability for your most important money decisions and one critical flaw most reviews ignore were eye-opening. Here's the reality you must see before you buy. Thinking about paying for Quicken to master your personal finances and build real wealth, but worried it's just an overpriced software? You're right to be cautious. I spent months stress testing every version against real-world budgets and bills to see if this tool is really worth it or if it's a waste of money. What I found about its true value and one major blind spot is exactly what you need to know before you pay. Let's uncover the truth behind its worth. But before we dive into the details, let's get one thing crystal clear on who Quicken is actually built for. The truth is, Quicken isn't built for the casual money tracker who just wants to check their balance. This platform has one target user in mind: the hands-on, detail-oriented person who wants complete control over their financial life. This is for the individual or household that needs more than just a simple spending tracker. Think about the person tired of money arguments with their partner, the investor monitoring a portfolio, the small landlord, or the family planning for retirement. They need deep, customizable data to make informed decisions, not just automated guesses. Quicken has built its entire service around providing that hands-on, detailed financial management. Its core strength is giving you a unified view of your entire financial picture. Now, don't just take my word for it, right? When you actually look at some real user stories, the picture becomes even clearer. Take this long-term user, for example. He said that he's been using Quicken since the 1980s. He called the program easy to use for keeping track of finances and highlighted how using its categories for each transaction helps massively at tax time. But an even more powerful story came from another user. He explained that he started using Quicken 25 years ago and said that it changed his and his family's life. He and his wife used to have heated arguments about where their money was actually going, and then after they started using Quicken to track every account and expense, they could just sit down with real reports and have data-driven discussions instead of fights. He said they formed better habits, stopped living paycheck to paycheck, and now have emergency funds, savings, and investments. He admits Quicken isn't always easy or super intuitive, but he called it a powerful tool that can change your lifestyle. This feedback perfectly highlights who Quicken is for. If you're someone who values getting into the details, who wants to move from money arguments to money meetings with real data, and who treats personal finance like a serious, long-term project, then Quicken is built for you. Now, when you compare Quicken with a big competitor like QuickBooks, for example, the difference in focus becomes clear. QuickBooks is built for managing a business with invoicing, payroll, and complex expense tracking. Quicken, on the other hand, is purpose-built for your money. It offers deeper tools for personal budgeting, bill tracking, debt payoff plans, and investment oversight, all in a more intuitive and affordable package for an individual or family. Alright, now that you know who Quicken is for, let's get into the specific features that you're paying for and see exactly what you actually get. Quicken is not just one product anymore, it is this whole suite of tools for different needs, so we have to break this all down. First, let's talk about the classic powerhouse version that most people think of, Quicken Classic. This is the desktop software that's been the gold standard for decades. It comes in 3 main tiers. The entry point is Classic Deluxe. This is your feature-packed, completely customizable starting point. It's built for traditional, category-based money management, so think of it as going line by line, dollar by dollar through your finances. You connect your accounts, and it pulls in all of your transactions so you can categorize them, create budgets, track your spending against those budgets, and see exactly where your money goes. It's the core Quicken experience, and for many, it's all they need. For users who want more power, especially around investments, there's Classic Premier. This is the next level tool for hands-on, data-driven decision makers. Premier includes everything in Deluxe, but adds advanced investment tracking. We're talking portfolio analysis, comparison to market benchmarks, and tools to help you understand your investment fees and performance. If you have a brokerage account, or retirement funds, or even if you just want to plan your future more in depth, Premier gives you the tools to plan every move. Then, for the self-employed, the freelancers, or landlords, there's Classic Business and Personal. This version is designed to keep all of your finances together, but separate. You can manage your personal checking account and your rental property income all in the same software with clear divisions. It connects when you want it to for a bigger picture view, but it still keeps everything separate for tax time. It offers basic business tools like invoicing and categorizing business expenses, making it a great lightweight option if you don't need the full complexity of dedicated business accounting software. The sentiment from longtime users really shines here. One user simply said in his review that Quicken Classic is very easy to use and very accurate. That ease and reliability, especially for such a detailed tool, is a big part of its lasting appeal. But Quicken knows that the world has changed, right? Not everyone wants a deep, desktop-focused experience, and that's where their newer products come in. If you prefer a clean, modern, app-based experience, you simply need to look at Quicken Simplify. But is Quicken Simplify worth buying? Simplify is built for the on-the-go user who wants clarity without complexity. It's a mobile-first product that focuses on giving you real-time spending insights and simple, automated planning. So instead of you manually creating complex budgets, Simplify watches your spending and income, and then it shows you what's safe to spend after your bills and goals are covered. It's intuitive, it's visual, and it's perfect if you want powerful automation and a beautiful interface without the learning curve of the classic software. Then there's the product that tackles a different problem entirely, Quicken LifeHub. LifeHub isn't about daily budgeting, it's for households that want a centralized, secure place to manage their entire life, not just their cash flow. We're talking about storing important documents such as wills, insurance policies, estate plans, vehicle titles, even home appliance manuals. Its strength is clarity and preparedness for anything. You can share access with family members or trustees so everyone knows where to find critical information if they need it. So, is Quicken LifeHub worth it? One user who tried it out said in his review that he's been very impressed with it and is feeling very organized. He also highlighted that sharing access with family members and trustees is excellent. So yeah, it's well worth it. Now, for those who specifically need to blend personal and business finances without two separate systems, there's Quicken Business and Personal. This is ideal for the solo entrepreneur, the side hustler, or the landlord. You can track business income and expenses, manage tenants and rental properties, and create invoices, all while keeping it neatly separate from your personal grocery budget, right? So it generates reports that make tax time far less painful, and this gives you a focused tool without the cost or complexity of a full accounting suite like QuickBooks. So, is Quicken worth it? Well, from my thorough testing, I can tell you that this tool is incredibly valuable for the right person. But of course, this platform is not perfect either. There are a few things that you should be aware of before you decide to sign up. In my research, one common hurdle keeps coming up. The setup and connectivity can sometimes be a bit tricky. So you might see a review like one user here who said that his data downloads are difficult and not seamless, unlike the smoother experience he had last year. Yeah, I get that frustration. Connecting your bank, credit card, and investment accounts, which is the core magic of Quicken, relies on a third-party service. Sometimes a bank will change its website and the connection breaks until Quicken updates its side, so this can mean a few days of manual entry or waiting. It does not happen all the time, and in my experience, it's usually resolved quickly, but it's a real annoyance when it does take some time and when it does happen. So, is this a deal breaker? For me, no, and here's why. The value Quicken provides once everything is connected and humming far outweighs these occasional technical headaches. Think of it this way, you're paying for a powerful, detailed financial engine. Sometimes that engine needs a quick tune-up. For a serious user, the power is worth the occasional maintenance. When it comes to cost, Quicken's pricing reflects this depth. For an active household managing budgets, debt, investments, and planning for the future, the insights and time saved can pay easily for these subscription times many times over. It really helps you avoid all the late fees, it helps you optimize spending, and it helps you make smarter investment choices. The value is there if you use it. For the most current Quicken pricing or any active promotion, and to see which plan fits your specific needs, check the link in the description of this video. We try to keep it updated so you can make the best financial decision for your situation. So, what is my final verdict? Here's the reality. If you're serious about taking control of your money, if you want to move from guesswork and arguments to data-driven decisions, and if you need a tool that can grow with you from basic budgeting to investment tracking or even light business management, then yes, Quicken is absolutely worth the money. It's the difference between feeling anxious about money and feeling in command of it. So, check the link in the description of this video to get started with Quicken and find the right plan for you.